It might not feel just like winter just yet, but don't worry, that cold weather is making its way to the land of enchantment. But before it gets to your front doorstep, you have to prepare your home. And it is easy to forget some of the easy things that you can do. Let's go over to our Alika Medina now. Alika, you spoke with an expert who says there are common mistakes that homeowners are making every year.
Yeah, that's right, Zach. He says it could cost thousands of dollars. And with the holiday shopping season around the corner, let's stick to shopping for gifts instead of having to pay for a burst pipe. It's time to start thinking about preparing your home for the upcoming winter season.
It's really important that we're disconnecting anything that's outside that could potentially freeze.
General Manager Sky Swanson says, first things first, if you have a swamp cooler, don't forget to disconnect it. But the number one mistake he says New Mexicans are making is leaving this thing on all winter.
We see a lot of damage that comes from people leaving that hose connected and just forgetting to disconnect. The moment that it freezes, it can cause a lot of damage.
What should be a quick switch could turn into thousands of dollars in damages.
On the plumbing side, it's going to feel, like a few $100 to get a plumber out after hours and to get that part fixed. But the bigger expense for you is going to be the water damage that occurs inside of your home and all of the extraction and remodel that occurs and that kind of thing.
For added protection, Swanson recommends adding a foam faucet cover. But there are other things to keep in mind.
Another thing that you'll see here next to me are some vacuum breakers for your sprinkler system. Depending upon the way that you use that, it might be necessary to use a little insulator like this, something that can protect some additional freezing.
When it comes to preparing the inside of your home, make sure your thermostat is turned up, keep your cabinets open, and let the faucets drip to allow airflow around the plumbing.
We don't want to come out on the weekends any more than you want us to come out on the weekends to fix things.
Swanson says a good rule of thumb, once it's balloon fiesta, start making your rounds around your home. That's when we truly start to see the cold coming in. But to get a better look at when and where the cold will hit this weekend, let's get to Alan Shoemaker. Alan, what can we expect?
Yeah, it will be chillier on Sunday, but the cold front's already in New Mexico. So let's check it out. The cold front is on the move. Here are the current temperatures, and the front's made its way down across mainly the northeastern counties, so it's starting to cool down. Temperatures are in the 50s now in Las Vegas and Clayton, still 63 in Santa Rosa, and still 60s and 70s ahead of the front. But eventually this front will sweep through the state by tonight and tomorrow. Here's the live view from Las Vegas. These clouds look a little dramatic, but some high, thin clouds are around with the front. Other than that, it's just a little bit breezy as temperatures are falling down. Again, some winds coming in more from the northeast or so. 53 degrees, occasionally some gusts up around 30 miles per hour earlier. Rio Rancho on the warm side of things, 66 degrees looking at the Sandias, but everyone's going to cool off eventually. Albuquerque will have still a fairly warm evening, 60s if you're headed out near sunset or just after, and 50s for most of the evening. But again, late tonight, we start to see the front push through and really cool things off. 20s for lows, places like Las Vegas, Raton. 30s around Albuquerque, even some 20s around Grant. Still fairly comfortable to the south, but we are talking about a chillier Sunday and then a rapid warm up once again. We'll see if that will last in your forecast here in a few minutes. Stay tuned.